Okay, we're going to talk about unsaturated hydrocarbons as well. So if you've ever had to have a roach trap around your house to get rid of these nasty things, you might have used an unsaturated carbon. So these structures are in pheromones that they put in these traps to attract the roaches, and then the roaches carry the trap. So we're going to talk about unsaturated hydrocarbons, which means they have double bonds, alkenes, or they have triple bonds, alkynes. So let's talk about those. So what are the structural characteristics of alkenes? Alkenes have at least one carbon-carbon double covalent bond. The other bonds can be single, but at least has to have one double covalent bond. Organic compounds that have every carbon atom having single bonds is called saturated, because carbon has as many hydrogens as possible. You might have heard of saturated fats and unsaturated fats. So saturated fats have all of the carbon atoms have single bonds. Unsaturated means you can have double or triple carbon bonds in the compound. So here's some examples. Remember, 2 carbons is eth. So ethene means that ene means there's a double bond. Prop, 3 carbons, prop, ene, double bond. 4 carbons, but, ene, double bond. Here's another butene, but it's in the double bonds in a different place, so we have to say where the double bond is. Here's on carbon 1. On here is carbon number 2. And then we can get even more complicated with substituents, alkyl groups, and double bonds. So this longest chain always is where we look first. 5 carbons, pent, ene. We're going to count this direction for the carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So carbon 2 has a double bond on it, ene, 2, ene. And then on carbon 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a methyl group. 1 carbon, alkyl group, methyl. So it gets complicated, and we have a lot to do when we name. So here's ethene, the simplest one. It's got a double bond in the middle, and it makes it hard. You can't rotate these carbons. You can't spin these carbons because of that double bond. So it's nice and flat. It lays in one plane. So what are the characteristics of an alkyne where you have a triple bond? It looks like this. There's a triple bond somewhere in the molecule. And there's got to be at least one triple bond to be an alkyne. And all of these kinds of alkanes, alkenes, alkynes are called aliphatic hydrocarbons. So here's an ethyne. It's a nice straight line because of that triple bond right there. Very, very rigid, very strong bond right there. There's no rotation. And here's some examples of ethane versus ethene versus ethyne. What can change in the boiling point based on their structure. And let's see how much you learned from this section. So alkenes, alkynes, unsaturated because why? All right, here you go. They have double or triple bonds, and then they're unsaturated. What's the correct name for this one? So maybe pause me, draw this out, maybe figure out the numbering, and then look at the double bond. So that would be 2-pentene. You're going to number right to left. Okay, what is this? You better draw this out. Just pause me for a sec, and then see what you got for a structure. So it should be that one there for an alkyne, because we have that triple bond in the center there. All right, I hope you learned a little bit about unsaturated alkenes and alkynes. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.